Oh my god, I need to cleanse my eyes! Hello my people, today I look like a fairy and I am doing so with intention because this video is going to be disturbing. So I wanted to look, not gonna lie, adorable. Subscribe if you're new. Hello my people, I did one video on this show and I thought that was enough. My skin was clear. I filmed a hot music video and then something came to my attention. It got worse. In fact, it apparently got so bad that this show was canceled after 3 episodes. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna torture ourselves and watch the last 2 episodes. If you did not watch my first video on this, watch that because it's gonna give a lot of context and then come back. Yeah, I'm watching you. I know you probably skip my intros. You're probably gonna watch the other video and then find some other channel. No, you can only watch me. Okay. What is in the air today? I don't know, I'm just kind of mentally ill. All right, don't mind them in the back, just doing their little dancey dance. I look like I'm presenting a PowerPoint. Let's get started. Quick recap. The show is adults adopting adults and we are following multiple situations, and there is one situation we followed in particular that is incredibly disturbing where there is a 20-year-old girl that is pregnant. Her name's Ileana. She's going into a family. The wife is not a fan of this situation and the husband is expressing that he is very worried he's going to be attracted to this girl he's bringing in as his daughter. I think he's made it very obvious that he is attracted to her and it's insanely disturbing. This is called This Is Also Weird. I don't know if weird is the word I would use. I would say it's terrifying. I have not watched any of this. This is a candid reaction. Yay!
When I grew up, I was in a homeless shelter for a long period of time.
I hate his eyes! Ugh.
And willing to do anything to stay here.
Willing to do anything to stay here. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I had some people try to get me into a cult at a Target. Subscribe if you're new. When you see situations like this or see people in a cult, you know, or disturbing situations, you wonder how could someone get in that situation? I think it's typically someone that could be going through a lot, someone that could be lonely, is dependent, someone that hasn't known any better and can only see the good in this.
But what is me with camera in use?
I have security cameras all over the...
Do you really?
Yes. There's all kinds of hidden cameras around. I want to know everything that goes on.
They probably put a lot of their money and income into security cameras. Where are they? Are they in her room while she's changing?
Have you talked to Dad lately?
No, we haven't talked since January. When he found out about the baby, he actually blocked me on every social media.
I gotta open the door for Mommy. I'll fend for myself.
Ugh, I have to open the door for Mommy? Ew, I don't like that.
I'll fend for myself like usual. Christy's gonna get jealous of Leon if I keep opening the doors for you.
In any normal family situation, a wife should not get jealous of a father opening the door. Yo, the look on Ileana's face. That's the first time I've really seen her weirded out. Also, he really makes the wife the brunt of all of his behavior. Wanted to say, on my last video when I was reacting to this, I said that the wife seems like an enabler, and a lot of people were like, I think she's also experiencing the husband's narcissism. Here's the thing about enablers. A lot of enablers are gaslit so much where they don't even realize the weight of a situation they're in or that they are also contributing to this problem. They are typically on the receiving end of a narcissist's manipulation and potentially worse. A narcissist will keep people in their lives that will not interfere with their toxic actions. So, is she 100% a victim in her own way? Probably, but basically doesn't change the fact that she is an enabler and probably because of her experiences with him, she's probably been conditioned to have to go with it. I think it's either they're gaslit so much where they don't even know the weight of the situation they're in, or they're on the receiving end of the narcissist's terrifying behavior and they feel trapped. And I think it's typically a combination of both. Wanted to put that out there. A narcissist needs an enabler.
How far along are you?
I am now 31 weeks and 5 days.
What's that, like 6.5 months? Am I being dumb? That was a really rough estimate. 7 months. Oopsies. I used to be good at math, but then I chose to be a gay YouTuber. So
The doctor said that I have a high-risk pregnancy.
How much did that appointment just set us back?
Today she had an anatomy scan, and that was $520. Ultrasound, that's $240.
this might be a controversial opinion, but hear me out on this. If you're a parent and your child does something dumb and they crash your really nice car, you can be like, that was an expensive car, to make them realize the consequences of their actions. But if your kid has some sort of necessary health issue, event, I think that telling them exactly how much money it costs, making your child feel bad, I think it's weird. If I have a condition, which I do, where I break my bones all the time, and I cannot help it, God just cast some light over me. Wait, how would it be okay for my parent to just sit there and just make me feel guilty for something I can't control when I break my arm doing something that's normal, like participating in gym class, which has happened to me? I guess I can't really see it as much from her standpoint because I was a kid. It's not like I could go and get a job and pay for it. I was 12. But the whole thing about being a parent is that there's gotta be some element of unconditional love, while people also know the consequences of their actions. Also, isn't this like the second day of them being together? It's also feeding just that power imbalance more and more.
On top of that, I have to have now weekly checkups.
No problem. I'll take care of it. Trust me, not a problem.
Danny's never home. He travels extensively for work. I'm basically here to pick up the pieces, and he doesn't appreciate me.
This literally keeps getting worse. Husband travels all the time. He just brought in this young girl. The wife is gonna have to be with the daughter all the time. It's probably not going to be hard for the wife to have some resentment towards not only her, but she's already got a lot of resentment towards her husband. This is a disaster. Oh my god. What is with that vlog angle? No! I promise I'm not making fun of the way he looks. Why is he so close?
Even though the last week's had a few bumps, I think it is going along at an amazing pace. Christy is really settling in quite well.
He's not even home, so how does he know if she's settling in well if he just left?
We've had a few little minor bumps along the way. Nothing to get excited about.
The editors. Oh man.
We spent a lot of money on stuff for her and the baby. And now she says she's not happy with her sleeping environment.
Ileana had a doctor's appointment today, and the baby is breech. If the baby doesn't come naturally, they're going to induce labor in the next 2 weeks.
Oh my god, I need to cleanse my eyes in the next 2 weeks.
So of course now Ileana's stressed.
I can't tell you how excited I am.
This man has never needed to experience any repercussions for his actions, and you can tell. And that is why she is an enabler. But maybe enabler no longer?
Life couldn't be much better for me right now.
Can his face just get away? Bye! I need to cleanse my soul. Watch any Harry Styles music video. I love you. That was weird. Never mind. Harry Styles fans don't come for me. I'm just really nervous and I'm not in control of my body. Okay. I do love Harry Styles though. Oh my god. Is this just how they're gonna end the episode?
This is really hard.
So episode 3 was taken down everywhere, and I found it. I just had to search quite a bit of time, but I did it all for you. Mwah, chef's kiss. It says it's the English sub version, so I just want you to know that Adults Adopting Dolts is my least favorite anime. The English sub. This type of website that I happen to be watching it on is where I would watch anime before I had a Funimation and Crunchyroll subscription. Adults Adopting Adults. Horrible anime.
I want everyone to meet my new adopted daughter, Ileana.
What is he on? Facebook Live? Sorry.
It's been 2 weeks. There's a stranger who's living in my house. People are asking my husband, what does Christy think about all this? And Danny says, well, she's taking it really well, considering I've been unfaithful to my wife.
Leave! Leave!
I feel like the limits of my generosity are being stretched to the max. Danny has bitten off more than he can chew, and I am stuck, chewing on his behalf.
See, she feels stuck. A narcissist will trap them in their web. This is the last episode that aired, and they still have the other two up, but they took this one off. It's like so hard to find these episodes right now. Rightfully so, but I can't help but be concerned. Now we don't know what's gonna happen.
I have a small group of friends. They aren't as concerned
No.
about Ileana.
Girl, maybe you gotta make your friend group a little bigger if they're allowing you to be in this situation. Now it's bigger than just the two of them and him being unfaithful. Like now it's affecting a young girl. Sometimes what's best for someone is not the easiest option, not what they want to hear. You know this, you've seen cheesy rom-coms and Pinterest quotes.
They have all said, it seems like he doesn't care about your feelings. He's out to hurt you.
He's out to hurt you is not something you want your friends to be saying about someone you were married to. That is terrifying.
Like, I left Danny a long time. He's cheated on me multiple times.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't forgive people that cheat once. But forgiving someone and then having them continue to cheat, anything to increase a woman's confidence without her husband in any way is so beyond important because of situations like this. I think our generation is hopefully getting better with this, but taking some of these traits that are for some reason considered masculine and making them just important no matter what your gender is, you know, like being assertive, communicating, saying how you feel to someone's face, not just taking people treating you poorly is not a masculine trait. Teaching women to respect themselves. Being comfortable with yourself is having respect for yourself. Even if it's not an easy thing to do, an easy conversation to have with people, it's asserting yourself and being dominant in situations and saying, this isn't okay. And I really hate that this has always been such a masculine trait where women are conditioned to have a husband and be a wife over having respect for themselves. It's more important to be a wife than to be happy.
I listened to promises that Danny made me. Did he keep them?
A narcissist, they typically gaslight you, so you feel like things are in your head. Then when you leave and you do something scary and big, they'll try to like reel you back in, and there's something called love bombing, and this person is sending you all this love and all these promises. You can't help but feeling like, oh, it is all in my head. I need to be less serious about this. I'm being too sensitive. You're gaslighting yourself, and you go back to situations like this. This is why I don't talk about me that much. Girl, this is so concerning. This is really, really terrifying. This is someone that's been gaslit for years, doesn't even know what's real and feels trapped in this situation.
I'm definitely thinking about leaving Danny at this point. As much as I am really considering walking out the door away from my husband, I am now struggling with there's a 20-year-old who's kind of depending on me. She really has no one.
Oh my God.
Hold out some little bit of hope that that guy that wanted me back when I left the last time is gonna come back and be like, remember all those things I promised? We're gonna live that. Also at this point.
I think people are so fearful of divorce and change to such a point where they will be stuck in a situation that is way more toxic than when they're out of it. But they have conditioned themselves to believe that they are stuck in this situation and this is their best option. And change is terrifying and it's not always fun. But sometimes we have to go through really scary changes. I've been through a lot of change in my life that has been scary. You get used to doing one thing and it's comfortable, but it's not good for you. And you have to move forward. Oof. This is someone that has been backed into a corner for so long that they just have such little self-respect to the point where they don't even like to talk about themselves. And it's really sad. The longer you leave these really big issues, don't go to therapy, don't switch the people you hang out with to people that genuinely have your best interest in mind. Like whatever it is, the longer you let these things go on, the deeper your whole entire brain is going to reprogram. It's going to be harder to trust yourself, to be honest. And this girl doesn't even seem to really trust her own thoughts. I used to be very similar to this, where I truly felt so much shame and guilt for voicing things that hurt me, and I still have issues with it. Shame and guilt for anything that was bringing power to me. You have to learn to build that self-respect in a world where lots of people can go through a lot of things that try to diminish any sort of, bringing the power to yourself, having your own voice. You have to train yourself, or else you're gonna be in situations for years where you wanna say something and you can't say a thing. What?
I've only been here.
Imagine me being like, I'm really sad today, and someone being like, I disagree with that. How you feel? I'm really happy right now. I disagree. I don't think you are. Completely invalid. Okay, sorry.
It's a worthwhile cause.
Everything I can, in the best way I know how, to support what you're wanting.
I appreciate that.
But I don't feel that you're supporting me and my struggles.
To cater to the 20-year-old because she's a very pregnant mom. I think you're doing a wonderful job.
The second that she's stressed, he's acting like he's appreciative without having any actions that show that. You've been working hard. Yeah, well, when someone's working hard, then you also acknowledge that, that can be stressful. But he disagrees with that. She's voicing how she feels in this because she's a part of it. And he's like, but we're doing something amazing. But this is clearly something that's for him and not for the greater good. Because the way he acts when he doesn't get what he wants when it comes to her is different. None of his actions are fitting what he's saying. And that's how you can really tell that he's gaslighting.
I give and you want more.
What the f does he give? I'm angry. He's like, you're hard to live with when he has been cheating on her. He is never home, and he brought in a 20-year-old girl that is completely dependent on them and pregnant. She had one request after he cheated and was like, hey, we gotta work on the relationship first. And she's hard to live with. And don't get me wrong, the wife is someone that needed to have worked on this for a really long time. You have to get to a really deep point of no self-respect to say yes to this situation. It's really unfortunate that it has taken her this long because it is also at the expense of a 20-year-old girl that's pregnant that moved to a different country and doesn't know anyone. But I definitely do have empathy towards her, but this is why it's really, really important to get educated. All right, let's continue. We're almost done.
I am mean sometimes, but I'm not always that way.
Lots of victims of many horrible things, they sometimes have good moments with a person that is emotionally and physically, and they will use that in their head to convince themselves that it wasn't that big of a deal, it wasn't that serious, I'm being sensitive, especially if they've been gaslit that much, and he is literally doing that.
I'm definitely looking at options to leave.
Good!
I'm done.
And leave for good.
Can we put the cameras off, please? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done.
The show is canceled, so that's the last episode ever. I really want to see those other episodes because I know they're filmed. Just so I can see what I want to see, which is the wife finally waking up and hopefully Ileana getting out of there safe. Oh my god, that was insane. These ones were a lot more focused on the wife and Ileana very slowly recognizing that this is not a very good situation for her. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That was like so much to unpack. I'm just like, it's okay, Jessie. This is a genuine reaction right now. I'm just, oh my god, oh my god. I think I'm more weirded out by the fact that there are no more episodes. It's great because they've stopped monetizing off of it. Watch YouTubers that make videos about these sort of things, not the direct episode, so you're not giving money to them. Well, I am 22, and if this man ever DMs me, I'm literally gonna give him a piece of my mind and not my butt pictures. What? I'm sorry, I'm weirded out from that situation. Pre-save preach. It is my song that is coming out April 8th. Not to bring up my own stuff, but I need to cleanse my soul. I'm watching you. Pre-save it. Link in my bio. I'm staring at you until you do it. Next time, let's react to like fairies or something because this was intense. Let's react to mermaids. Let's react to something else. Please. Some anime. I did not like that English sub. That was the worst anime I've ever seen, and I've seen some real bad ones. I'm gonna feature your pages on the screen, as well as your posts. Am I crying? I don't know. That was really intense. Hope you have a good day. Ooh. My people, Send me something wholesome if you follow me on Twitter, please. Something, anything. Spare me a puppy or a kitten, anything wholesome. I hope you have a great day. I love you. Okay, bye-bye.